going on? It's been a while. It's been about little over a month and a half. There was a lot going on. I've had to deal with it. That last video should have given you a very good idea that things were not right, and I can say that there's some light that came out of that. I ended up walking, but I only ended up walking for about a day. I got busted. Someone saw me where I was camping on the sand dunes, and I guess down here in Alabama, it's illegal, especially since it was on state park property and it was an endangered wildlife species property. So I got let off with some warnings, which was really good, thank goodness, because it could have been a slammer. But after that, I really started to drill down on what I needed to do to get out of the position I was in, and that was innately rooted in responsibility. Okay, I know Jordan Peterson. If anyone listens to that, he loves throwing around responsibility, and I used to get mad about it because I'm just like, it's so stupid. I don't want to do that. Blah blah blah. But you gotta do what's hard. You gotta. Okay, when they say that this, America is where you go to build your dreams. Well, they use the word build. I mean, you're not just gonna sit there and a house is gonna erect itself. I mean, you gotta be able to do the work to get there, get that house. Okay, so it's the same thing in life. You gotta be able to do the work. And sometimes it sucks. Sometimes you gotta do more work than the majority of people in this world. I can attest to that. I've done a fuck ton of work, but what it's taught me is very valuable lessons that I can do that work. Okay, and the reward I get from it is infinite. It's infinite. The world is whatever I want to make it. I just got to be able to silence my mind and not be bothered by the issues on the outside. Okay. Now back to the video. Suffering to grow. How many people go through some really hard stuff? Probably the majority of you, for sure. And I'm not here to dig deep and dwell on your issues. This is not what this video is about. But I'm hoping, okay, and if you haven't done it, maybe start now, to take those issues that you've had in life and see what you can learn from them, because you can learn from everything that you do and everything that happens to you in life, and understanding that you do have a part in everything that happens to you in life. I know people don't want to admit it. They don't, but you have a part in every single thing that happens to you in this world. It's not just everyone else's fault. You can't point that finger, because guess what? You point that finger, I got 3 fingers right here pointing right back at me. You know what I'm saying? I still got enough blame in my game. Next thing is, learn from those that know more than you. 100%. You gotta learn from those that know more than you. Now gauge it, okay? Because there's a lot of old people out there that don't know crap, okay? Because they don't keep their eyes and ears open. In fact, a lot of them probably need to get the hair and clean out their ears. And most certainly wear the glasses a little bit more often and get that prescription checked, because they're just not there, man. They're not using both senses that are going to make them aware of their surroundings. So definitely probably don't listen to old people just because of the fact that their wisdom is old wisdom. It's not applicable in reality, today's reality, most of the time. And they also don't experience life anymore. A lot of them are cooped up inside, and they go to the grocery store, they run some errands, get a checkup at the doctor, maybe see some friends and family. That's about it, man. They're not out there working. They're not really watching anything that muddled down, watered down news that barely tells you anything of substance. It definitely doesn't tell you what you need to hear. Okay? And do what's hard, man. Do what's hard. And this is far past just this is improvement on every spectrum. We need to do self-introspection, and that is digging deep inside ourselves, figuring out our problems, and making that decision to change. Because you're the only person that's going to change yourself. I don't know how many of you have tried to help people out to, time and time again, to no avail, and realized, and had to come to that realization, or otherwise you go insane, that they don't want your help. They need your help, but that's not what's going to get them to change. Sometimes you just gotta leave them where they are and let them figure it out themselves. It sucks, but you gotta do it. Now, the next thing is, keeping yourself physically okay well. I know a lot of people are gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, I don't care what other people think." Okay, well, this is society. This is supposed to be a civilization. Let's put emphasis on the word civil. Doesn't look too civil to me, but it's supposed to be a civilization, and Do you like looking at people that are just tremendously out of shape? Do you like looking at people that do not keep themselves, hygienically up to par? I mean, do you like seeing that kind of stuff? I don't think anyone does. Okay, we have to be reminded of our own mortality every single day. And if everyone can just do their part in making it a little bit easier for other people, we would be on the right track forward. And it's not just for other people, it's mainly for you. Okay, I mean, I go to the gym. I finally got a gym membership again. I go religiously, man. Okay, I live the lifestyle. I eat the food I need to. I do the cardio, and I go to the gym. I do everything I need to do to make sure I'm looking presentable. I wash my face. I wash my body to keep acne away. I take vitamins to keep my bones strong. I do all that kind of stuff because guess what? My body's my temple. If this fails on me, I fail. I can't work. I can't make money. I can't succeed. I can't live. So I don't know why you would put your body on the back burner. It's a little bit of weight. 50 pounds is a lot. It is a lot, and your body will adapt to it. But you don't want to stay comfortable looking like that. You want to improve for sure. Now the next one we have is cutting out vices. Okay, and by and I can speak from experience because I've had almost every vice you can think of. Okay, I've done the drinking in college. I was definitely hooked on it to the point where I was getting blacked out a lot. It was not a healthy time in my life. Thank God I got off that and realized, and it was very simple. It was a binary decision. Just okay, I looked at the pros and cons, and the cons way outweighed the pros. So what were the pros? It lowers it increases inhibition. Okay, and allows you to be more social, and maybe allows you to think that your personality is really shining, but it's really a self-deluded perception of what you really act like on a day-to-day basis. And of course it makes everything just a little bit more fun. But what happens after all that? You start getting sick, right? You might throw up because alcohol is innate poison. Okay, you're poisoning yourself. And then you might fall into a sleep and your head might start spinning like crazy and and they puke again. And you finally go to bed and you might sleep for like 12, 14 hours, something crazy. And you wake up and I got this freaking blaring headache. Just insane. You can't get rid of it. You wake up, your head is foggy, you're delirious, your body's fatigued from the night before, you're trying to remember, there's some blocks in your memory that are gone. There's too many cons compared to the pros, so that was out. Now drugs. Drugs is another vice that people can be attached to, and I can speak from experience because I was, partook in a lot of the green, a little ganja, and it helped me ease my mind, okay? I mean, my mind, always races. You've seen it probably in my other videos. I've talked about it. It quieted my mind to the point where I could actually just be normal, and normal is someone that doesn't think like me, someone that doesn't look like me, and someone that doesn't act like me. It allowed me to kind of blend in a little bit, but I didn't want that, so we got rid of that. And the last one is obviously, like smoking cigarettes and stuff like that. Okay, maybe narcotics and pills. Get the stuff out of your life. I know it's helpful in the short term, and we as human beings love to look in the short term because we do not understand our own evolutionary biology. We don't understand it. We don't understand the precursors for cognitive dissonance and cognitive function. We don't understand who we are as human beings. Okay, we are individuals. We have individual needs, but as a whole, as a collective, we do have pretty similar, traits, and that can all be just studied and learned. It's not that hard. I mean, I learned it. I've been learning it because it's just interesting to me to understand people. Psychology. You actually don't even need to learn psychology. You can just, if you're paying attention, you can just learn psychology yourself. It's just human interaction. That's all psychology is, and you can really use it as a tool in life. It'll help you get out of a lot of sticky situations with individuals that are looking to cause harm in your life. Okay, and now, what is all this stuff for? Okay, what is the self-introspection? What is the improvement of yourself? Not for anyone else, but for yourself, because you want to do it for yourself. If you're not happy with yourself, it don't matter. It's just going to immediately become a problem again if you're not happy with yourself and the work you've done. Is to be the person you want to be. You're trying to attain that image, okay? The image that you created, okay? That you want, okay? So people want to be Superman. I know a lot. I wanted to be Superman. I wanted to be Batman. I wanted to have the physique of Batman, the intellect of Batman, and the wits about me of Batman. I wanted it so bad. And, well, I'm never going to achieve that level, but I have done what I could do to attain an image of myself that I'm happy with, okay? And it all stems back to, what are my gifts? Well, my gifts is, definitely hard work and perseverance, an innate morality structure. There's morality ingrained in everything I do, and wanting to help people. Okay, so these are all things that are going to show you who you are, and then you can do all the extra work to make sure that that reflects into your daily activities, okay? Your daily mannerisms and the way you interact with other people. People should be able to just be around you and know what you're about, okay? It shouldn't be hard, especially when a lot of it's physical, a lot of it is verbal, okay? And then the other aspect of it is just, the way your mind works, the way you articulate your thoughts. This is the person you want to be. Now, I think self-introspection is a staple for moving society forward and moving each individual forward, because all society is you guys, a lot of you guys though. It's everyone in the world. Or everyone in this country at least, let's just say that. Everyone in this country is society. So if enough people change for the better, society is changed. Society is disrupted. And eventually people are going to start catching on to that. Now, I'm going to be kind of a nihilist in the thought of it's not going to happen. We've had more than enough time for people to change, and unfortunately we as a society are degressing, I should say. And no one seems to care about, what this video is about, and that is, the fun principalities behind being the person you've always wanted to be, and how really simple it sounds, but there's a lot of work involved. So you do that work if that's what you want. If you want to be happier, if you want to be seen differently, okay, if you want to be that person that doesn't make excuses anymore and just grabs responsibility by the coattails and make sure you get things done. It's, if someone of my age, okay, I'm only 22, if someone of my age can, do all this and come to these realizations and live a life that I'm happy with, why is it that 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, and even 50-year-olds right now can't sit down and simply just stop doing something, okay? Because the power that your thoughts have in your mind is pretty great. But once you verbalize those thoughts to the people around you, it starts to become a reality. A lot of these people believe that reality, okay? So when it came to smoking the green, I told myself I don't like who I am. I want to be normal. I want to just be accepted. But God wouldn't make me the way I am if it weren't good enough, okay? If it weren't the ideal. If He weren't happy with me. Now, obviously, He wasn't happy with me in my thought process then, and I strayed away from that for a long time. But we have gotten on the right track, and I want the rest of you guys to get on that right track too. These videos are going to be a little bit better, I hope. Right now, I am not deciphering this information as well as I could. It might sound like a lecture. I do apologize. I am just trying to get back in the groove of things here, but we will get better lighting. We'll get a mic. We're going to really make sure that this is an experience, okay? And that you can learn something, and that you want to learn something. I mean, if you're watching my videos, I hope you're watching them because you want to, and not because, I'm either a family member of yours or, because I look good, or whatever your stupid reasons are. I want you to take something away from these videos, because, let's not have some age discrimination and be like, I'm 22, I haven't lived my life. Trust me, I've lived a lot more life than the majority of people in this world, because life experience is not dictated on how long you've been on this planet. It's what you've done in the time allotted to you on this planet. And what I've done in my 22 years on this planet would blow the socks off of a lot of people. Because when you get into that rat race, okay, of society, they want you to go through school, get out, go to college, get out, get a job, and then work that job till you drop dead. Maybe have a family somewhere in there, have some friends, have a little bit of free time, but your life is basically dictated on what you did for the majority of your life, that being work. I don't dictate my life on work. I am not a carpenter. That's not my identity. That's something I do. I'm decent at it. It makes me money. It allows me to make these videos, live in this place. Finally got an apartment. That's cool. It'll be a tour of that if you guys are interested. But that's not my identity. My identity is all these things we're describing in this video is self-introspection. The realization of you gotta suffer to grow. And really making sacrifices. It's a sacrificial thing to be better. It's sacrificial to be, successful. And successful is such an overused word, and it's now more related to having a big mansion on the side of a cliff somewhere with your Lamborghini, your helicopter pad, the bitches all around you, going to parties. That's not success in my eyes. My success in my eyes is people that are working really, really hard to attain something better than what they had yesterday. Continual progression each day, till you reach the pinnacle where you feel like all the work you're doing is finally paying off. And until you realize that, you don't know how intoxicating it is. You don't know how it really does take a hold of your life. And it makes you want to make a video like this to really get people off their butt, to light that fire under their ass and get them to be the person that they can be, the person that they should have always been. Sacrifice until there's nothing left, because sometimes that's what you have to do. Sometimes you have to make it to the bottom. Sometimes you have to be wallowing in filth and misery before you finally see the error in your ways, and you finally the light is visible again, and you can start that rather treacherous walk back to something better. The light, the person you've always wanted to be. It would hate for you guys to get to that point in order to discover things. I had to do it because I have to learn the hard way. It's something I've been aware of for a long time. But if you follow the principle that is, learning from those that know more than you, it's anyone in your life, any age group. I mean, if someone's younger than you, you can still learn a frick ton from them. I mean, you have no idea how many times people just listen to me like these videos. I won't be making these videos if people don't want to listen to me. So I've been rambling. I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, kind of repeating the same things over and over again. I hope this video was enjoyable. It will be uploaded probably tomorrow because it was a little bit late. A lot was going on. But, leave a comment. Tell me if you like this. And also, let me know what you'd be interested in me covering next time, because it's just going to help me get these ideas out a little bit better. I mean, all I did for this is I just wrote down a few jots of information that I'd be touching on, and my mind and my mouth do the rest. I can just connect the dots and work my way down, but I want it to be a little bit more thorough. I don't want to take these long pauses and kind of bounce around from point to point to point. I want it to kind of be concise so everyone understands. We're at about 18 minutes here right now. I'm going to cut the video short. You guys have a great one. I hope you learned something.